Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have to say it, my friends, I have to say it. The Hungarians have balls. They showed it in their history many times. Romanians might not like it for good reasons, but still, the Hungarians have balls. Whatever, like the Poles have balls, the Hungarians have balls too. So remember when JFK went to Berlin and he said, "Ich bin ein Berliner," and everybody was like, "Yeah." Now I have to say that I am a Magyar. I'm a Hungarian. Really, what these guys did, what the Hungarians dared to do to Al Capone is unbelievable. You can't do this unless you have a big back somewhere. You're crazy, or you're the Al Capone's guy, and you just play, like for the baboons like us right here. Oh, the Hungarians are so tough, so big bald, and actually they are supposed to do this, and they do everything what they're supposed to, with a little bit of a flavor. Like the Turks. The Turks were tough. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna accept Finland. We're not gonna accept Sweden into NATO. Pak! In one day, zap! Everything was abarapakapa right there. The same with the Hungarians. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna sign for that. We're gonna veto that. We're gonna don't accept the 50 billion euro. Poof! They did it. So it makes you wonder: is it just for show? Like for instance on YouTube, you have a few. I was about to say rednecks, not rednecks. How do you call mavericks? Yeah, there's some mavericks over there, and they go and they are very 95% of whatever they say the whatever the government narrative is, and the 5% they tell you what you want to hear, and you say, hey, see the blah 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 blah. He's right there. He's always, yeah, man, he's good, man. He tells us. No, you're over there for the 95. He's giving you the 5%, and you think he got you, but you listen to the 95 without even knowing that you're listening actually to the same propaganda of the state. My friend, that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it in any country where you want to have control over the population, and they all want to have control of the population, because without, how do you think you got Biden and all these weasels over there controlling us? Otherwise, they should not be over there, obviously. So how do you think you do it? You say you have freedom of speech, and you allow a few mavericks to say to a certain extent, and then you pull back. Hey, you went too far. Okay, I went too far. And so on. And they say, yeah, we have Bangino. Yeah, we have, what's his name? Shapiro. Yeah, we have this. Well, we have that. I can give you a lot of names. And okay, well, you have all those. Well, those are mavericks, man. They said it. Yes, they did. Anyway, let's go back here. I already said too much. Here, Hungary, not the 51st state. Budapest's top diplomat, this guy I admire a lot, fires back at the US about Sweden's NATO bid. So, Peter Giardo, the foreign minister of the great country of Hungary, he's tough. He's intelligent. I like his tie very much. He's very intelligent. I mean, the color is not, but it's if you look closer, it's very nice, very nice. Anyway, so this guy knows who he's dealing with. He's got balls, he's got brains, he's got everything. I like the guy a lot. I wished the Romanians would have something like this, or the Americans will have something like this, but they don't. So if you don't, yesterday I made a video in which the Americans told the Americans told the Hungarians that our patience wears thin, and that is right. Let me show you. I made it on the 8th. That was this morning. Well, age, my friends. With age comes wisdom. Yeah, you don't remember what you said. I think that's a good thing. That's what wisdom is. So this is what I made today. And I said, the U.S. threatens Hungary. Our patience wears thin. Didn't Hitler tell Poland that exact thing in 1939? Yes, he did. Not only one time, many times. But the weasel Jack Sullivan, I think his name, threatened or warned Hungary that you gotta do it. You don't have time for you to play with Sweden's NATO membership. Fuck you. Bye. That's exactly what Peter Giarto did. I admire that. Now, Hungary is about what, 10 million people? It's a landlocked country, no resources, maybe have grain, that's all they have. What else they have? They have the Danube River, which is good. Other than that, they got some nuclear power plants built by the Russians, I think 2 now. I think there are 2, how do you call them? Units, patch, I think you call it. Anyway, so other than that, they have ballsy citizens. They have a nation led by some patriots working for their country, for their nation. Don't accept garbage coming in. You know, this, you're going to impose this from the Brussels. Oh, you're going to change this, you're going to... No, they don't. Then we have our garbage here. We don't need your things. And yeah, it shows because those guys over there blackmail them. We're not going to do this. We're not going to give you money. Hey, you go to Romania. Romania fucks its country and its people. We're going to give them to the German president. I'm sorry, to the Romanian president, Klaus Iohannis. Okay, we're going to give it to him and he's going to end, not him, but other people stronger than him in the country. He's just a tool. I think he's a German tool. That's what he is. Well, because he's German. Well, maybe you need to learn when he was the mayor of the German town of Hermannstadt or Sibiu. Okay, maybe you understand who funded a lot of projects in that town. Look into Germany. Okay, all right. No other town, that particular one. That guy was elected. Klaus Iohannis was elected, the president of Romania. He was elected from not even a party that didn't have not even 1%. 1% didn't have. Forumul, whatever, German. Wasn't that Forumul German? Deutsche Forum, whatever. Is that how it was called? It didn't have 1% of the population and it got elected at the first try. Isn't that strange? Man, democracy in Romania works. Everybody's happy because the right person is in charge. So let's go back to the real democracy and the real patriots. Peter Giarto, right there. Hungary is a sovereign nation and does not care about US instructions on how to proceed with the ratification of Sweden's NATO membership bid, Hungarian Foreign Minister Peter Giarto told Sputnik. On Wednesday, US National Security Advisor, this weasel, warned that the US's patience can't be unlimited as it relates to advancing Sweden's NATO accession. And I'm quoting, "First of all, I want to make clear that everyone has to understand that Hungary is a sovereign country." Well, they understand, but they don't give a shit. And it's not only that everybody has to understand, but everybody has to respect it. Thank you. See, this guy is smart, man. This guy is smart. Because they accept, but they don't respect it. Regardless of whether it is a superpower or the East, or a superpower of the West or any other countries, they have to respect that Hungary is a country and the Hungarian parliament is a sovereign entity. And we will never be ready to act according to instructions coming from anywhere in the world. Never, ever, Giarto. Ura! Good job, good job. What's going on with you, man? Such statements are, and I'm quoting, absolutely unnecessary and absolutely showing disrespect towards Hungary, the minister stresses. Who speaks like this? I tell you who speaks like this. Who dare to speak like this are the Russians, the Israelis, the Russians, the Iranians, the North Koreans, the Chinese, maybe sometimes Venezuela. Let's see what are the bad boys we got. Maybe Cuba, yeah. That's about it. That's about it, my friends. That tells you what? Those are the only independent countries on this world. There are some other ones, but they are so small and insignificant. Why? Because they don't have a geostrategic importance or they don't have resources. I'm talking about Africa and others. They don't care for them. I mean, they're independent unless they discover some, plutonium or some lithium. And then immediately the Americans come and take over. Boom. And the Chinese one. And the Chinese already have like half of the lithium I think they got or whatever. Doesn't really matter at this point. My point is, you are independent until these guys want something from you, and then you're done. So Hungary is independent and doesn't play ball, but they have to maneuver, because I'm guaranteeing you that they were threatened with military things. I'm quoting, we never criticize decisions of the United States. We never criticize decisions of the Congress. We never interfere with what they put on the agenda or what they don't. And this is the expectation of ours towards others as well. So we don't care to be honest of such kind of instructions, because we are not the 51st state, but a very sovereign country, he added. I will knight this guy. Well, and he's young, so I hope he's going to have a long life and continue serving the Hungarian nation. As the Romanians, Ciolacu. Yeah, he's the Prime Minister of Romania, Ciolacu. Yeah, all right. But hey, each nation is represented by its leaders. So what you got, you got. Weasels, weasel. Strong, strong. I am Romanian by birth, so I lived some time in Romania. So I know the Hungarians know how the Romanians, most is like, and the other way around. I met a lot of Hungarians. I never had a problem with anybody. Why? Because the problem is the politics and history. But as an individual, we'll not have any problem with one another as a human being. And I have to accept that, and I don't have to accept, through my direct experience, the Hungarians are trustworthy and strong, tough, as they are, more trustworthy than others, okay? Let's put it this way. Let me tell you a little story. What the time? 11:58. A little story, a little joke from Romania. Romanians are most Romanians, I don't know, they say the Romanians don't show up on time. I don't know, because that's something that doesn't happen to my family. But nevertheless, that's why I said I'm either not Romanian or those guys are not Romanians. Anyway, they say the Romanians don't show up on time. And a lot of villages in Romania, they have German population, you have Hungarian population, you have Romanian population. And it's a joke, okay? It's not real, so don't get upset now and jerk off around here. So, and supposedly the priest has a meeting with all these guys, and they say, okay, the meeting is going to be comes and says to the people, announces to the villagers. Remember, there are Romanians, Germans, and Hungarians. And he said, well, the meeting is at 8 o'clock a.m. The Romanians should show up at 7 and everybody else at 8. Why? Because the Romanians going to come by 8, they will show up. Everybody else will show up at 8. But if you tell the Romanians at 8, they will come at 9. That's the joke. But it's just a joke, okay? Don't get offended, my Ion and Vasile and George and who knows what, okay? Because it's not like that. I didn't live in Romania. No. All right, so here is my friends versus Hungarians. I didn't meet that too much while I was living in Romania. I met in Romanian group that very well spread, and I was the idiot. What if it's 8 o'clock? What if it's 8:20? Then make it 8:20 next time. Don't make it 8. Show up, stay alone, and wait for the Romanians to show up. Now, you don't make a strong country with that kind of culture, do you? Well, it's okay. Maybe one day I'll change that or help change that. I know. I will have a lot of Romanians right now. Buh, buh, like Romanians. Buh. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.